We at ApexTV have made many videos on time travel, from time travelers caught on tape to people claiming to be real-life time travelers. There have been some very interesting things shared with us. We were recently sent the following audio recording from a man that claims to have time traveled from the year 2100. Along with sending us this audio clip, the man requested that we not reveal his identity. Here is the recording.
Hello. I just want to start off by saying that you're probably not going to believe what I'm about to say. I don't care. My only objective is to spread a message about the future of Earth and the future of humanity. I am a time traveler. I traveled from the year 2100. Again, you don't have to believe me, but I am telling the truth. I was part of a government operation to send people back in time to spread awareness. I am one of hundreds that have traveled to the past. I decided to contact as many people as possible and write on as many online forums as possible. Our planet will drastically change by the year 2100. The first and foremost problem that we will have to deal with is overpopulation. As of 2100, the world's population sits at 12 billion people. Africa has over doubled its population since 2017. Poverty levels are higher than ever, and we are facing a worldwide food shortage. Much of ocean life has gone extinct due to pollution and rising atmospheric temperatures. My point is that humanity should change its ways before it's too late. In less than 100 years, your world will be a very different place than the one you live in right now. Even though you may not live to see it, your children and your grandchildren might. Don't be selfish. Think about the future.
What do you think? Is this man a real time traveler from the year 2100? Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also subscribe to ApexTV for more paranormal videos like this. And leave a comment on this video saying, I subscribed. We will personally respond to your comment. After subscribing, be sure to enter our huge giveaway by clicking the link in the description. Now, we take a look at this man who claims to be a time traveler from the year 2026. We were sent this video 6 months ago by an unidentified man who speaks on the subject of time travel and how the world is going to change. Take a look.
Let me first start out by saying that most of you are not going to believe what I'm about to say. That's fine. I'm not trying to convince everyone that what I'm saying is true. I'm simply trying to speak to those of you who will listen. Now, you've probably seen those old photos of people supposedly talking on modern-day cell phones. Some have claimed this to be proof of time travel. It's not. These devices are actually hearing aid instruments. With that being said, time travel is soon going to exist. You may live to see it. I was born 3 years before the first time machines began being tested. They started out dangerous and unreliable, only used by the government. Eventually, independent hackers figured out how to build them. I have been recruited by an independent agency to spread the message that our world is a fragile one. Your children and your grandchildren will not have the same amount of resources that you do. The Mars colonization program was only semi-successful, as few people want or have enough money to move there. The world I was born in has become extremely overpopulated. I was born in 2026.
Do you think either of these men are real-life time travelers from the future? Retrocausality is the process of affecting the past, also called time travel.
Now, time travel doesn't have to be where someone physically goes through in what we call time. It could be information between two specific points, either created by a time machine sending information at the speed of light and looping on itself, causing it to seem out of time. But I have discovered there is a simpler way to time travel. We can use the fundamental description of quantum mechanics to build a device that affects bigger things than just only electrons and atoms. Things like that, nature, quantum. Using the combination of different already proven experiments that you can look up yourself, you will see this will allow us within the next 10 years to be able to influence and control space and time, which will ultimately lead us to possibly send matter when we are able to send matter through time. I have no idea when that will be. That requires technology and energy we don't have yet. Besides, the world itself and the galaxy is moving through the universe, and it would take converting matter into energy and back and transporting it to that place in time. We have the evidence, in fact, for the reasons to saying yes, it is possible. I will be simplifying assumptions here and showing a very simple diagram to explain how it can be possible. It is up to you to learn, research these systems, and try to recreate this for yourself in a lab. I'm releasing this information for public domain so that it might influence the course of humanity. This is not metaphysics, science fiction, or pseudoscience. The central examples here are showing how that the distinctive correlations of quantum mechanics can help us achieve the desired retrocausation effect in a quantum mechanics experimental system, as well as demonstrate this unambiguously. Here we will demonstrate quantum effects at the same retrocausality to power a switch that will turn off or on, and will be using a simple red and green light bulb system. The main engine or processor I'm calling is a double slit processor. It is a processing unit built around the way the double slit experiment works. I have figured out what combination of things will unambiguously show that retrocausality is possible, and at the same time lean us towards a mathematical and successful theory of everything. By using Bose-Einstein condensate, which is an extreme temperature at almost zero, we are able to achieve the manipulation of light and matter so that the wave collapses that happens when you normally observe at quantum does not happen at observation, and we are able to also control if it does happen and what we want it to do. We are creating a new multi-ground state for matter, not of matter, and that matter, when in BEC, it's actually not limited within our own time or not affected by our own time or what we feel as time. It is in a state between the third and fourth dimension, and that is the key. Here in this diagram, in my invention, as you can see, when two photons are entangled and we put one in a Bose-Einstein condensate along its path, when in the Bose-Einstein condensate, it is no longer in just one place at one time. It is in a quantum ground state. It is in all places and in all times, which means that the data in which this frozen photon will give us in the future, when we let it continue on its path at the normal speed of light, before we reach that future, will affect the entangled photon of the present. Now I'm going to give you a moment to take that in. Okay, so that photon should affect the other entangled photon that is not in the Bose-Einstein condensate, quantum ground state. This second photon not in the Bose-Einstein condensate will tell us if we observe the pattern or not that created the wave collapse function observed in the future. The detectors and processors to detect if a single photon collapses will be built on a simple hair follicle sized piece that will be either superposition energy state or in a single normal flow energy state, depending on the photon, how the photon acts and when it hits the paddle, turning on a circuit or off a circuit. Once we put ourselves as the main observer in between this lab experiment and use a simple light bulb to detect the wave function collapse, it will ultimately put your decision in the 3.5, what I like to call 3.5th dimension, a hallway between dimensions. This will also lead us to develop a system of mathematical formulas to understand these hallways in between dimensions.